Hey guys, welcome back to Crystal's Weight Loss Journey. I'm so excited to be with you here today. And today I'm going to be talking about body shaming, fat shaming, all of that. Guys, if you would like to hear more, stay tuned. Hey guys, welcome. So today I'm talking about body shaming, fat shaming, and I'm sure that since you guys are on this video, watching this video, I'm sure that you probably have experienced it yourself at some point in your life. I know I have. And so I'm just going to talk about that today and talk about where that all stems from and what you can do about it, right? To change it, not let it affect you, and just, be more confident in yourself. Even if you experience other people's, I would say, ignorance or other people's low self-esteem as well. Because sometimes, and I'm getting right into it already, sometimes people are insecure within themselves, so they, set out themselves out to tear other people down. And so because there's something that's missing on the inside of them. And so when you're dealing with a person, right, who is confident in themselves, they are not insecure, you will find that you're not going to hear things like that come from that person. They actually will have and will encourage you. They will and maybe they may find a different way to tell you as well. Like, if they feel like, hey, you need some help losing weight. So let's talk about all of that. And so I haven't really done research on where body and fat shaming comes from, as far as when the word started or anything like that, but I do know that it is something that stems from society, and I'm sure you've heard that as well, where we see these beautiful pictures of we see women in the magazines with this chiseled body, but sometimes it's photoshopped. We see these women that they have their body, they have like no stomach. And sometimes it could be real, but a lot of times it is Photoshop. And we're looking at that, and we are building our life off of what people are looking like in these magazines and on TV, when a lot of these actors, actresses, whoever, they are, they have to Photoshop their body, or they have to do something to alter, the look so that it is more marketable, right? And so you have to come to a place where you say to yourself, this is not real. This is not reality. Reality is, if you're a woman, that, the size of a woman, a realistic size is a size 12 in today's society, even 14. And so when you know those statistics, you start to kind of have a different mindset and view of, yourself, and not trying to compare and compete with anyone else, right? Knowing who you are, and knowing, how your body composition is, and accepting the fact that, hey, maybe I do have a few pounds to lose, but I'm not going to allow others to dampen my day, and I'm not going to allow others to get in my head about, I look this certain way. So what is body shaming? So body shaming is, for example, somebody may go to the gym and they may be, a little on the heavier side, plus possibility. They may not be in their BMI, the United States food, I believe FDA says that you're supposed to be. I don't even know if that's that company that says that, but I believe it is. And so they may be working out, doing what they have to do, but then there's somebody else who's slim and trim and that looks at them and says, why are you here? You know that you are not supposed to be here. You're too big, or you're this, or you're that. And so that's body shaming. Body shaming is also, or fat shaming is also when someone tells you you need to lose weight, and because you're too big. But that's the thing. The person who is saying this, first of all, has to look at, like I say, that person normally has insecurities about themselves, the person who is saying it to you. And so when you're getting that from someone, even if you don't know the person, you have to evaluate, before you respond, evaluate where that person is and say to yourself, why are they saying this? If they are slim, maybe they could be saying this to you because maybe you're married and they're not, or maybe you have kids and they don't, or maybe they're jealous of something in your life. And you're thinking to yourself, well, why would they tell me that? And then you go home and then you're just like sad about, your weight. And then it makes it worse because then you don't actually want to work on, you do want to work on it, but it's hard, right? And the root problem is that maybe they were jealous, or the root problem was maybe they were cheated on, and the person that their man cheated on them with was, bigger size. So, hey, we really don't know why people do or say the things that they do, but I really take an evaluation of the person who's saying it. And then I look at them and I say, okay, well, you're saying this to me, but I've had people say this to me, right? This is real life. But they were big too. Actually, some of them were the same size as me or bigger. And so when I hear these things, in my head, I'm just like, but you are big, in my head, you're big too. And I've said this to them as well, like, well, you have some weight to lose too. And so you have to decide on how you're going to respond. Some people you can't respond to like that because you don't know them, but I did know these people. And so, that is where you have to come to the place where you have this confidence about you. Whether you're big, whether you're small. And a lot of people don't like to talk about the body shaming. We hear about it, on TV sometimes, but I'm here to tell you today that it doesn't matter what size you are. It doesn't matter if you're 400 pounds, 300 pounds, 200 pounds, 100 pounds. People even that are slimmer and are skinny too, they get sometimes body shaming too because they're too thin, right? So we have to really, or people think they're too thin. And so we have to really not be moved and not determine our value on what people are saying. We have to be confident in who we are, because their measurement of what healthy and success is may not be what really it is. And then their measurement may be off. And so you have to know to yourself and say, hey, and if you have those type of people around you, you definitely need to change your circle of people. You definitely need to get those people out of your ear, get some friends who are going to encourage you. And I'm not saying to ignore, what they're saying. Sometimes what people may be saying may be partially true, yes, but sometimes people have to say it in a way, right, in the right way that's going to prompt you to want to change your eating. Like, hey, the right way to say it would be something like, hey, I'm losing weight too. You want to join me? Let's do this. So if they're not approaching you in that way, then you need to find some new friends or new family, whatever it is, whoever it is. And you need to really evaluate who's around you, because that's going to determine how you feel about yourself even. And so I don't care what anyone says. They may say, well, you could be confident, and even if there are people around you saying negative things, then you should be able to handle it. Not necessarily, right? Because if you hear something every day, and that can take an effect on you eventually, because we're human, right? And so if you know that can take an effect on you, you have to deliberately move people out of your life, kick them out of your life. You don't have to tell them, just stop hanging with them, just stop conversing, stop answering their phone calls. And if they ask you, well, what happened? Just say, hey, no, I'm just, doing other things right now. You don't have to explain to them, right? All you have to do is shift. And so that's my word for you, is shift out of all the negativity, shift out of, feeling bad for yourself, or feeling like, people are talking about you, talking about your weight. You feel like you're going around family and that's all they're doing is looking at how much you weigh and, oh, did you get bigger? All those different things can affect you. So find yourself some new friends, girl. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning into Crystal's weight loss journey. And don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like this video. Take care.